I've now got the great pleasure to introduce our next participant, Marina Abramović. Since the beginning of her trajectory in the 1970s, Marina has pioneered performance as a visual art form. The body has always been both her subject and her medium, exploring her physical and mental limits in works that ritualize the simple actions of everyday life. From 75 to 88, Marina and the German artist Ulrich performed together, but she returned to solo performances in 89. And when we met in the 90s and started to have long interviews on a bullet train in Japan, I actually think that it's at this moment that kind of the seed was planted for the marathon. Because Marina kept telling me to find more extreme formats. Formats have to be extreme. Marina has done extraordinary participations in the marathons. She was Dr. Abramović in our experiment marathon. She had dialogues with Dr. Ruth Westheimer and Jonas Mekas in our experiment marathon in Reykjavik. She presented the art manifesto in our manifesto marathon. A very warm welcome to Marina Abramović.
It's working? Perfect. All right. I hate maps. I really hate them passionately. First, I don't see well, and I can never find any way, even if I use them. And I really think it's so important not to have map and to lose yourself. And only when you lose yourself, actually, you can find your own way. And that's much better than any map made for you in advance. So, for me, this whole idea of not having map brings me to the really memory of, I think, the most adventurous and most incredible experiment ever done. It was really Columbus going to find America. First of all, in that time, the idea was that Earth was just a square plate, and you can fall off of the Earth. I think falling off the Earth is so much more frightening idea than, going on the moon later on. Anyway, my grandmother never believed that anybody went to the moon in the first place. But this Columbus, in a very tiny boat, which I actually saw in Barcelona recently, they went to this island El Hierro, which was in the last island in Canarian archipelago. And there they spent that night thinking they're going, they wanted to go to discover a different way to India, but also they didn't have a map. And they was going to something completely unknown, that nobody know where, with possibility to fall off the Earth into nothingness, into kind of blackness, cosmos, whatever it was. And that night, I would really like to be there. That was really something. And to take this kind of courage and risk. And then they went on their way and find America, and they find also that our planet is a circle. So this was an interesting map. I walked the Chinese Wall many years ago, and the Chinese Wall have only two directions, left or right. And after about 1 month, I walked one time completely in opposite direction, and I just lost myself, and I didn't even know that I was going. Only when I came to the place that I already took photograph, I understood, oh, I've been there already. I have no sense of direction. I went recently to Montenegro, and where's my little stick? And I didn't know that my family have a code of arms. And I found this thing, which was really interesting to see. My family got this in the 17th century. And this is not any aristocratic code of arms, it's a warrior code of arms, which I was not aware. And they explained to me what it means. And to me it was kind of interesting map of my soul, basically. So there is a wolf. And the wolf stands for courage, determination. Every time somebody says no to me, it's just the beginning for me, and so on. And strength. But then is the lamb. And lamb is completely opposite and totally contradiction to the wolf. Lamb stands for complete passivity, how you call it, the vulnerability, overly emotional, and, basically drama queen. And these two symbols are together, and this is, what I am, this complete contradiction between these two. Then we have this one, which is six-point star, and this six-point star is not any Jewish symbol, is actually present Mars, again, you know, the courage and determination. But then on opposite side, we have a half moon, and half moon is again overly sensible, overly, you know, crying. Every time I see any movie, I have to cry. If I don't cry in the movie is not good for me. And then we have raven. So raven, if the raven face left, means dead and bad luck. But facing right, they actually absolutely told me this good luck, and is bringing the soul to safety after that. So that's the one thing. So now, what I would like to do is to make another map. So, Hans-Ulrich, can you come here? They told me that this chair is solid. Okay. Can you stand on this? I mean, we've done so many marathons, but we never worked together, so come on. Can you turn? Okay. Can we switch the lights off? So how are we going to hold the microphone and everything else? Can I have one person here who hold this torch for me? Can please come in? All right. So I will point at the points of the body and you going to point the torch. All right. So this is Hans-Ulrich, but at the same time now he's a human being. Just Hans, relax and just trust me. All right. So can we point on the top of the head? No, you don't do anything. You just look from the front. You are my object of observation. So we are talking about human body. I think the human body is the most incredible map of the world you can have, your own body. And this is the miracle and microcosmos itself. So we have the head. On the top of the head, when you're a child, is always this soft part, which is fontanella, which connects you really with the cosmic energy, and after 4 or 5 years or 6 years, just get close and you're disconnected again. And then brain becomes the central part, which is most of the time wrong. Then, okay, then we have a spine. Then on the other side, we have reproduction organs. Then we have legs. Then we have the arms, you know, like the roots of the body. And inside of this all human body, what we have hundreds of, you know, muscles and arteries and blood streams, and heart is, you know, as we speak, working, and we are breathing all the time. And all these things, we are not conscious at all. We just take this automatic as it is. And we forget that that map is the most important map we can have. So now, Hans, can you sit down? Still facing the wall. Nice and okay. And relax. Okay, we don't need any more battery. Can we switch all the lights? There's some still lights there. I really like all the lights off, everything off. No lights. We need darkness. Okay. Now, what I would like you to do is to close your eyes, because we've been talking since this morning. We need some silence. Close your eyes and really imagine the map of your body. And just see, you know, how your brain, where it takes you with your thinking. And we're going to do this for 3 minutes in total silence, including Hans, no thinking. Just being in the present moment. We are always in the past, which happened, in the future which didn't happen, but now we're in present. And we're going to do this for 3 minutes in total silence. Let's start. Thank you. That's all. I would love to get it.